Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about in-ground effect hovering. That is when you are hovering and you are still in-ground effect compared to out-of-ground effect where you are much higher in altitude. So for the pedals, as already explained in earlier videos, you will need to apply pressure on the left pedal just to keep it heading in that direction when lifting off into a hover. Okay, and then if you find that the helicopter is still yawing to the right, you just increase pressure on the left pedal like this. And you find that the helicopter is this time yawing too much to the left, you don't press the right pedal. In fact, what you do is you release pressure on the left pedal. And in fact, most of the time when you are doing hovering maneuvers, it's just manipulating the left pedal, either pressure on the left pedal or releasing pressure on the left pedal. It's only when you've completely released pressure on the left pedal and you still need to yaw to the right, it's only then that you will apply pressure to the right pedal. So in this case, since we are just going to hover, not doing pedal turns, all you need to do is control your yaw with the left pedal. This will keep you pointing in the same direction. Now, to control your position of the ground, you use the cyclic. And if you find that the helicopter is moving to the left, of course, you correct by applying the right cyclic. If you find that it's going forward, you apply left cyclic and so on. But knowing how to do it, that's probably the most difficult thing to do when learning to hover in ground effect. So if you find yourself moving to the right, you will tend to push the stick way too much to the left. It will cause you to now be moving too much to the left. So you correct with right cycling. Now it's too much to the right, and that's what causes you to be dancing all around the place. So let me demonstrate. I'm lifting off into a hover. We've already covered that in the previous video, so I'm just going to lift off into a hover, do a power check. Now I'm moving too much to the left. I correct pressure now, oops, too much to the right. I correct left pressure, oops, too much to the left. And now, as you can see, I'm dancing all around the place. Okay, now I'm doing it on purpose, and okay, I'm dancing all around the place. So, if just like this, I slowly stop the movement, just like that, slowly control, just like that. Now I need to bring it back to the center, just like that. Small input. Okay. Now, if I exaggerate the movement, like too much forward cyclic, now look at this. Now I need to correct too much back cyclic. Now too much forward cyclic. You understand what you need to do? Just small input. Now here, small input. Of course, it requires practice, but in time you will be able to do this. That's why I'm not going to make too long of a video. I'm just going to put the helicopter back down because once again, like I said, it's just about practicing. So just to recap, you find that the helicopter is going to the right slightly, not that, maybe you were that much on the left pedal. Okay, just slightly increase the pressure on the left pedal, slightly, and see what the helicopter does. It needs more. Okay, slightly. Don't just go from here to here, unless this is what the helicopter is requiring, but I doubt it will require that much of an input. And similarly, you have too much pressure on the left pedal and it's yawing to the left this time. You want to get back to this heading, it's slightly reduce, and once you find the sweet spot, maintain it there. Same thing for the collective, for the cyclic I mean. And the collective, yeah, talking about the collective, once you are at hover power, you don't touch the collective. In fact, all that hovering has been done without touching the collective. So if you find that the helicopter is moving to the right, slightly apply pressure on the cyclic to the left, and once you feel that it's stopping to move, you kind of maintain whatever position you are with the cyclic, and more or less you will still you will also need some aft forward cyclic. So what I mean here is small controlled movement, but remember, the most important thing is to practice. Okay, now let me talk about something very important I might even pause the simulator to make sure that it's not covering my voice, because what I'm going to say is probably the most useful advice you will ever get when learning to fly helicopters in a simulator. You see, and I just say the word, it's a simulator. No matter how much you want to be realistic and do things as in real life, it will still be a desktop flight simulator, to be more precise, which means that there are many things that are happening in the real world that we won't experience in the helicopter. And knowing it from real life helicopters, hovering, surprisingly, it might surprise you, hovering is much easier in real life. You might say, why? It's more difficult, it's more dangerous. No, it's easier. Why? Because they have something, I already talked about it in an earlier video, that we flight simmers, we don't have. They feel, they are connected to the helicopter, they feel what the helicopter is doing. Before the helicopter moves to the right, and you can physically see the helicopter moving to the right, the pilot is already sensing it. The helicopter is going to move to the right, and that's very important. Is going to move to the right, and they make the necessary adjustment. But we as flight simmers, it is not is going to move to the right. We have to see it move to the right. Then we make the necessary adjustment. We have to see it move forward, move backward. So keep that in mind. Real life is real life. A simulator is a simulator. So don't get too much like upset, or don't stress yourself if you find that you're having lots of problem learning how to hover a helicopter properly or do any maneuver, because we are not having the same aid that real life pilots are getting. So I hope that you will find this video helpful, and most importantly, you will practice. You will practice a lot, not only hovering but all the exercises that I'm gonna bring to you on this channel. I hope you find this video helpful, but remember, the most important thing is to practice. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in a next training video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.